This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. The Lord has made. I will rejoice. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. Mrs. Steeves, why are you wearing that hat? That's silly. I said, well, today is a special day called Cinco de Mayo. Cinco. Who knows what cinco means? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. It means 5. And it's the 5th day of May. And in Mexico, that's a special holiday. And some people in the United States also celebrate it. Oh, okay. And why are you wearing that hat? Well, this is called a sombrero. It's not a real one, but I made one out of my hat. Okay. So we're going to go to Mexico. We're going to get on the plane. And we're going to fly and land in Mexico. Mexico is right below the United States. The red right here is the United States, and the green is Mexico. It's one of our closest neighbors. So we might go there one day. And this is the flag of Mexico. Remember, our flag is red, white, and blue with stars. This is green and red with an eagle in there holding a snake. In Mexico on Cinco de Mayo, they have big fiestas, parties. That's what it says up here. What letter is this? F-I-E-S-T-A. That spells fiesta. That's a party in Mexico. And here are some children all dressed up. Their colors are red, white, and green like the flag. And they're dancing. They're wearing, there's a real sombrero. They have parades and shows, and they do all kinds of fun. And I bet you know what that's called. You hit it with a stick. That's called a piñata. And then when toys and candy falls out, they have good food, tacos. And here's a little girl all dressed up. It was a special day for Mexico. It was a victory that was important. It's their day of pride. So I'm going to read you a story, a fairy tale from Mexico. It can't really happen. Fairy tales are made up stories, but it's to teach the children something. This boy is named Carlos, and he worked with his brothers and his fathers in the field, planting seeds like we did last week, and waiting for them to grow. He worked so hard in the dirt that he ended up with his hands and his feet, even his face, and his ears all full of dirt. So when his mom sees him every day, she says, "You need to go take a bath." But of course, and she said, oh, I forgot this part. This is important. If you don't wash your ears, a squash plant will grow in them. What? But of course, Carlos didn't believe her. One day he'd been in the garden all day and was especially dirty. So Mom said, before you have dinner, you need to go take a bath. I don't want to take a bath, he said. Yes, you do. You have to take a bath. So he went into the bathroom and he turned on the sink and washed his face, but he didn't take a bath. So when Mom said to him, "Did you take a bath?" he said, "Yes, see, I did." "Oh no, So that night when he went to bed, he was really dirty. And when he woke up in the morning, his ear was all itchy. And look what was happening. A leaf was growing out of his ears. He could smell breakfast cooking. But how's he going to hide this? So he went and he got his sombrero and put it on. I'm going to take my sombrero off for a minute. He took his sombrero on, he put it on, and hid his ears. And he said, Mom said, why are you wearing your hat to breakfast? Oh, it's going to be a sunny, hot day, so I'm going to put it on now. Really, he's trying to hide that the plant was growing in his ear. So that night when he went to bed, Mom had told him to take a bath again. But he didn't do it. So look what happened when he got up in the morning. Look how big the squash plant is now. The next morning when he rose, he jumped out of bed and he couldn't believe it was way out, 4 inches long with 3 leaves, or 3 more leaves. Wow. So he had to go and get a bigger hat. In his brother's room, he found a bigger hat in the closet. His mother said, why are you wearing that big hat? Oh, it's so hot and I don't want to get sun in my eyes. So he ate his breakfast and he went outside again. And at night, he's got his big hat on. He said, I told him to go, did you take your bath? And he said, see, Mama, yes, I did. He keeps saying that, and he didn't do it. Pretty soon, the next morning, look at the squash plant. It's a long vine, woo, all the way down there. How's he going to hide that? Oh, no. He went into his parents' bedroom and found his father's extra hat in the closet. It was a much bigger sombrero. He put all the squash on top and then put the hat back on his head. Kent went downstairs and why are you wearing that big hat? And they said, well, it's going to be so sunny today. And Mommy said, no, look outside. It's cloudy and windy. So as soon as he got outside, the wind blew the hat away. Oh no, everybody's going to see the vine growing out of his ear. He's going to be so embarrassed. So what did he do? He ran right into the house and jumped into the bathtub and scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, especially his ear. And pretty soon, the vine got smaller and smaller. And now, when he went down to dinner, Mama said, did you have a bath? And he said, see, and I washed my ears. You are a good boy, Mama said. And she smiled at Papa, and Papa winked at her. So this story, this fairy tale, what do you think it was supposed to tell children? You think it was the mom and dad knew that he wasn't taking a bath? Yes, they knew. But they wanted him to learn that if he didn't do what he's supposed to, bad things could happen. He'd grow something out of his ear, just like she said. But now he feels so happy because he did the right thing. So that's the same thing for you. If your mom or dad tells you to do something, you should do it. Not pretend and say, I did it, but really do it. Like when they say, wash your hands, or the teachers say, wash your hands. It's important. So you should be sure to do it, not just pretend. So anyway, this is a fairy tale from Mexico, Carlos and the Squash Plant. Now I'm going to take my sombrero off and I'm going to put it on the floor. And if you remember last year, Mrs. Steeves taught you a dance around a sombrero. Put your hands on your hip, and you put your toe out, and then you switch to the other foot. And then you switch to the other foot. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. 2 claps. Da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Then you're going to dance around the hat. Da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum. Dum, da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum. Go the other way. Dum, da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum. Dum, da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum. One more time. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Da-da-da-da-da, da-dum. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Da-da-da-da-da, da-dum. Okay, let's end with our Fruit of the Spirit song. Ready? Fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. Fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. If you want to be a coconut, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, 'cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, quiet, gentleness. Oh boy, Mrs. Steve's messed up. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Hey, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. Fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. If you want to be a banana, you might as well hear it. You can't be the fruit of the Spirit, 'cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Hey, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Patience is one of the things. And Mrs. Steeves is having a hard time being patient. See our seed grow. It hasn't come out of the ground yet. But in the ground, it's starting to have the roots down. And pretty soon the stem's going to come up. So by next week, I hope we'll be able to go out to the garden again and see how our seeds are going. Everybody have a good week. I'll see you next week. Bye.